In the name of God the Almighty, peace to you. Today I will speak about the danger of false information and polluted words, because what we feed our minds is very important, and it's not only important for us individually, but also for the global truth and the common sense, and uh, that's why many people see only the pollution of the air with the gas emissions and the plastic in the soil and in the seas. But many ignore completely the pollution in information. And those who go deep into the knowledge of the unseen and the knowledge of how this entire universe or multiverse came to being, they understand that everything is made out of light and information, or another word and words. So we have to understand that everything that exists comes from the truth, and the truth is relative. And relativity of the truth, if we are in a for example, a space with a timer set for it, like this mortal space we live in, that means the truth depends also on the timeline. However, if the truth exists outside time, it's just stable. So, how we can give you an example about how the truth changed with time. For example, in 2005, I was, for example, at the time, uh, 27 year old, more than that. Yes, 27. So that was the truth in 2005. Murad's age was 27. That was the truth at the time. But now it's no longer the truth because my age is different now. It's 42. So the truth change when we are in a space having time. It change with everything, with everything around it, the circumstances, with everything. Even the most successful theories in physics and mathematics are also relative, and also depends, as I said, about the timeline. They were just have been discovered about the timeline, how large the multiverse have been, because it's always expanding, because it may produce new rules, new laws with time. So everything, the truth, when it comes to time, it's related to time. At the time of it, it was the truth 100%. But then it lost completely all its value as time uh, continues. So that's the start to understand what I'm going to say about false information and about misinterpretation of words. And all these things are very important because it affects heavily our lifestyles, our peace, our war, our well-being on this planet. So I will give you an example. Yesterday I had an argument on uh, on a Facebook page with people who posted, these people who keep sharing quotes and sometimes portions of holy text and all these things, or religious teachings or whatever, or scientific information, meaning most of the time it won't be correct. So the quote was attributed to Leo Tolstoy, and it reads, "Everyone thinks of changing the world, but no one thinks of changing themselves." I mean, at the first, when you just read it, you don't pay attention too much. You may hit a like button, and you see, well, it could be true, or just because it's Tolstoy who said it, it must be true. But if you look at it, it's 100% false statement, horribly wrong, ignorant, and I'm not the person who said it is ignorant. Maybe when he said it, he appeared ignorant at the time he said it. Because when you say everyone thinks of changing the world, you mean everyone. Look around you now. Everyone is really thinking about changing the world. At any point in time, it's not correct that everyone was thinking or has been thinking of changing the world. There are people who don't even bother to think about what they are going to eat next. They don't even use their minds for the simplest thing they face in life. So completely, the everyone is completely false. And then the no one thinks of changing themselves. It's not true. Many people I know, they are trying to adapt to changes in their circumstances, to changes in their behavior and their attitudes. So it's a completely false statement, and billions of people sharing it worldwide, and it's wrong. So we are just feeding our minds, and sometimes consciously and sometimes not consciously, uh, absolute garbage. And you look, and there are plenty of pages, for example, on Facebook that speak about religious teachings or something related to this religion or that religion, and when you go into it and you see thousands or millions of likes for each and every post, and it's repetitive and it's false, and whenever you even repeat a false information or a lie billions of times, it will not become truth. And that's very annoying, because we are polluting the information space around us with rubbish, with lies, with false information, and it's just polluting the atmosphere around us completely. And that's why savants or philosophers or free thinkers feel themselves trapped horribly in this prison of false information, uh, garbage ideas, uh, religious lies, or scientific lies even. So there are plenty of these around, and we are hit by them on the face, whether we like it or not, every day. And because now we are living the age of the information, how horrible is our state when we, I mean, the 90% of the information shared and commented at or agreed on or whatever by the vast majority of people, it's false. It has nothing to do with the truth. So we are feeding ourselves lies. And that's why it's becoming even far more difficult for every person who speaks the truth, or he has wisdom, to come out and speak, and people will listen, because there are plenty of rubbish around, and people who are not really working on their knowledge and on earning wisdom, and they don't scan everything they hear but in their minds. They don't scan everything they hear, everything they read. They cannot differentiate between who's saying something useful for me or who's saying absolute garbage. So this we are all for free speech, we are all for, but it's, I don't know if we should give freedom for people to speak when they are speak nonsense, when they are speaking nonsense. So it is, I don't know. I am totally for free speech regardless. But if the people are not, it's not about education even, because even the education system is corrupt a big degree. And if you look at every successful philosopher, writer, scientist, or whatever, they didn't give much bother about education and academies and all these things. So we are having this problem, and it's a very important problem, but not many people are talking about it for a reason or another. And it's crucial for the survival of this civilization, but unfortunately it's going, I mean, many people are trying really to do, who's paying this money for pages like that to go in numbers and thousands of pages, and just sharing and all these misinformation, all these lies. And who's benefit from that? Who's benefiting from keeping the people ignorant, whether in their religions they are not, they are worshipping nonsense, anything but God. And in science, most of them are not allowed to study anything or to do a research in some topic that someone who's in control or in power not allow them to do it. So it's we are really trapped in an unbearable space. It's getting harder by the minute, and I mean, we feel sorry really for these people who are totally blind and they can't see the forest from trees, uh, forest for the trees, and I don't know how to, you know, express this. Uh, I mean, people are happy to remain ignorant. I don't know why. I mean, even when they share something, they maybe they didn't even bother to read it or even think about it. However, they, as I said, they are polluting the information space with all this garbage. And uh, as I said, and it's something. It's not only now recent with the social media and all these things, and but also all what we have in our hands regarding science or religion or history or whatever. We are dealing with loads of false information, uh, loads of misguidance, and whoever, every person of us should scan everything he reads, everything, and look at information from different sources as far as he can, and communicate with the divine realm, because there you will always find the truth, you will always find the guidance, you will always find the light, and you will get from a light to a brighter light. Uh, and because we, as I said, we have religions, the religions are teaching anything but worshiping the true God. We have science giving us anything but the truth. We have technology that's giving us everything that's destroying our future. and industrial revolution that went out of control totally, and now we are paying the price. And so we are not dealing wisely with anything around us, and that's why we are going to hit a dead end. So we are really in a place of pollution and everything around us. And this is very important. When the mind is polluted, everything else automatically becomes easily polluted, and that's why we have to, press the reset button and try to analyze, try to think more and outside the boxes and all the things, because many people just look at someone. Even if I, for example, now put I don't know, the name of Albert Einstein under a quote of, I don't know, Mr. Bean, they won't pay attention, they will share it. So it's, we are living in a, in a mumbo jumbo space of information where plenty of garbage are being fed to people who are happily taking it, and in the name of positivity, sometimes in the name of religious blessings, sometimes in the name of for the sake to pretend that we have some knowledge in science and all these things. So this world is really heavily polluted regarding false information and words that are meaningless or harmful. Um, so, as I said, every person individually has a responsibility to feed his mind only with something that is logical, that's absorbable by sanity, so we have this duty as individuals, and then we have the second duty, which, like I'm doing now, trying to warn people against feeding their minds lies, false information, and all these uh, garbage misinterpretation or garbage quotes or ideas that has nothing to do with the truth. We are taking every year loads of theoretical physics. Some people trying to understand how the black holes, for example, function, and others trying to define the dark energy and all these. So giving names and giving blah blah blah, while they are most of them sitting on their desks. So the funny side that these physicists are getting, uh, many of them, some fame more even than the true physicists of the 19th or the 20th century, who did really set the basis for anything that's functioning still in physics but in mathematics. But as I said at the beginning of this video, all these truths are just limited to a specific time, and they are never 100% truth. They share big percentage of the truth, but because there are plenty of circumstances and aspects that should be taken in account in order to give really a true answer for something. For example, if you are sitting in your room and you have a window towards open to the street, and you saw the back of a woman, and she has a child with her, I mean, holding hands. You are just seeing her from behind. So if someone asks you how many people you are seeing outside the street, you will say two. That you believe when you say two, this is actually 100% truth. And then all of a sudden the bus arrives, for example, the woman turns and you see she's pregnant, so they were three. or maybe 4 if she has twins. So the truth is never, you can't grasp it 100% at any point in time. There will be always some hidden circumstance or some hidden aspects, not all the time, but you know. However, what you said, because you saw these people from this angle, because you saw it from this angle, it was true from this angle. But then when they turn and you saw them from a different angle, the truth became different. So the truth is changing. However, it's still the truth. I know it's very difficult to understand that, but however, uh, I will be talking about that topic again in the future. But now, for me, the important thing is to understand that we have to analyze everything we see and try to take every side from different corners, from different angles, and try to any source of information we could get about a topic, especially about history, about something we can't know big deal about because we didn't live at the time. So we have to try to gather the puzzle together, and always and to do that successfully, we have to be 100% neutral. You don't come from heart or from belonging to a label or to a religious sect or to political ideology or to or defending a scientific theory or whatever. You have to do your research neutral in order to be successful. That's it from me today. I hope you enjoyed it. Bye for now.